Well, it's only been about 5 months, but the time has finally come. We're going to put cylinder heads on this thing because I don't feel like dealing with the stuck manifold studs and the spark plug thread problems and all the other stuff that goes with it. And as I mentioned earlier, I think I did, that it seems to have a blown head gasket somewhere. So we're just going to put new cylinder heads on it. They're only about $300 each. But it's been sitting for a while, so we're going to need a jump start here. And then we're going to bring it into the garage. I got a buddy of mine working with me today. Same guy who helped me put that engine and transmission in that in that F-150. And he's going to help me get this done. So without further ado, let's get the truck running. I'm going to guess the battery's probably dead again. Yeah, nothing.
I like how I thought there was a blunt on the top of the... Like, just look, quick look at it from like back here.
You know what that is, right?
No.
Oh, that's his backlight for the IPC. So the gauge cluster lights don't work. So he just plugged this into the cigarette lighter, and then you just like barely tap the end of that. And that turns it on and off, and that's your light for the gauges.
That's as mint as it gets.
Oh, look at that. The hood actually stays up on its own.
These look relatively new.
Oh, wait. That's because I replaced those.
Oh, that's probably why.
Look at that oil cap.
That's pretty fluid.
How's it looking? Is it dark like engine oil?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's how you want it. You don't need to check vitals. It should be okay because I just did the oil change on it.
Oh.
Well, let's give her a crank. Let's see what she says. Nope. Oh. 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 Nice. She fired right up. No problem. Sounds good.
Sounds healthy, really. I'd run it like that.
Charges. Sounds like it's running good.
Self-fast idle stick.
You can see coolant under the intake, so just do it all and be done with it. You want to drive it?
I don't know.
Go for it. Go for it. Bring it in the garage. I've already driven this thing. Look at that. Power windows. Luxury. Oh, we got a reverse slide out. Hi. There was all kinds of stuff under the intake manifold. Looks like a critter was making its little home in there at some point. And then we actually found a tool. Found a little fuel line quick disconnect here. And all this brittle plastic, I don't even know where it came from. While I was in there, we found a ignition coil boot, a few other pieces of plastic. So Somebody had done some work on this and just did not care where all the extra pieces fell. This intake wasn't as bad as the 05, the plastic one.
All these bolts broke loose, so...
All the valve cover bolts?
Yeah.
Okay, good. There we go. And where we put it, we're running out of space here. I'm just gonna yeet this into the bed. There we go.
Just yeet it into the rear windshield.
Tell him it has it.
What in Troy mode?
Yeah, I'm sending you a picture right now of these rear wheels.
Oh. The f does it have 6 wheels for?
I don't know. There's really not a good. There's not really a good answer.
Oh my God, it does. Where do you find a bed like that? Does it go down the highway straight?
It does, actually. I've driven it to work and back a couple times.
Based on these tires, I'm going to say no. Okay.
What am I even looking at?
Like, why does this exist?
Keep working it.
I almost got to, like, rage it off.
Just rage it. Get rough with it. There. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I was caught on that wire. All right, you're good now.
Gotta get the wiring ripped out.
There you go. Oh, you still got a bolt in there.
I know, it won't come out.
It won't come out?
Wait. Like, it'll get it to a certain point, then it's just sitting there looking at me. I looked at it wrong.
There we go. Oh. Drop my flashlight in there. Flashlight or head bolt? What's the difference? Yep, there we go. All right. Well, how they look? Oh, spark plugs that I just put in look great. That clean oil. It's almost like someone just changed the oil in this thing.
So
Which isn't much, but...
You had 2 left on this one. And then...
Oh, I didn't even bother with this side. This was the side that I just gave up on completely.
This side?
Like, yeah, I didn't... Like, the ones that came out on their own. I didn't even bother with those others because I gave up on the other side there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you want to yank that other cylinder head off?
No, I will.
There's one bolt in there. Grab it, just yank it out. There we go. Yep, that's how you do it. You just haul it right out.
Just take any wiring with you.
Yep, here's the cylinder head gasket. Oh, look at those coolant passages. Nice. They're all crusty. Good place for it. Oh, you can still see the cross hatches in the cylinders.
I'm just going to go ahead and
Nice.
not suck any of the coolant out of the threads or the cylinder.
Just run them all down in there. Wow, look at these coolant jackets.
We did a nice job making sure no dirt got in there.
No dirt got in here at all. Just precision. Look at that, though. Look at the cross hatches in there, dude. Clearly visible. Wow, I'm actually pretty impressed.
Yeah, no, it says ready for 30 pounds.
211,000 miles. So being a 24 or 25-year-old truck, obviously it's not going perfectly smoothly. We've had a few issues with fuel lines and a few other things here and there, but we finally got the cylinder heads off. And considering the age of the truck and how many miles that are on it, it's not too bad. I've actually been pleasantly surprised with a lot of things. You can still see the crosshatch marks on the cylinders there. I know there's a lot of gunk built up in the coolant passages, but oh well, we're not gonna worry about it. We're just gonna slap the new heads on it and let her go. We didn't have to take the power steering pump all the way off, just a couple bolts. The AC compressor was able to stay on too. So those of you looking to do this, those are a couple things that you can leave on your 2 valves. And now we're just gonna transfer hardware over to the replacement cylinder heads, throw them back on, and run the head bolts down with an impact, and try and do it. We totally didn't use a wire wheel on the engine block here, so we very carefully spent a lot of time with razor blades cleaning that up, and boy, look at that shine. Looks good. We got the world's finest quality head gaskets here, aka the cheapest ones we could possibly find. This whole truck has just been like a cheapest parts we can possibly find, and how well do they work. And yes, we're even using cylinder heads and head gaskets because you don't need to worry about using Motorcraft parts on a truck like this. We're ready to go back together. You want to do the honors and cut those open, sir? Slice it.
Slice.
I'm gonna slice. Ready?
I'll just hold it.
I'll slice. All right, let's slap them on and get this thing going.
feel like that's like a important thing for someone else to do on their own project.
Well, that's why we're letting you do it, so I don't blame myself if it's messed up.
I mean, in that sense, it makes sense. I mean, he had to pull the heads back off anyway, but, you know.
Yeah, ain't gonna be me, though.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do this one.
See, look at that. I step inside to take a quick break and grab a drink, and I come back out, and the throttle body's on. And, oh, look, the intake hopped up there and bolted itself down. I like it. This day's going all right.
Got tensioner on, too.
And I heard that we also got the exhaust hooked up as well.
Correct.
Wow. I'm impressed. This is going quite well. I should step inside for a drink more often. Anyway, what all do we have left? Oh, look, we're using top quality Motorcraft parts here, folks.
Well, it says
Only the best.
Quality, durability.
Yeah, see, Motorcraft boxes don't say that. That's how you know you're getting good stuff. What's in there? Is that the
Are we
UTR
using
valve?
Motorcraft or not? You just contradicted yourself.
What do you mean?
You said we're using Motorcraft parts.
Yeah, it's a joke. I guess it went right over my head. What do you think? We'll have this thing running in, what, an hour or two maybe?
Yeah,
Something
probably.
like that? I don't know.
Not even
At the rate we go, who knows, though.
Reused throttle body gasket.
Wait, I think we have a new one, don't we?
That's what it's like in the
There's a new throttle body gasket right here. Oh, well. All right, the time has come. Let's fire it up, see how she sounds. Boy, it sounds great. No more exhaust leaks. No more misfires. Put these front two tires on while everything was apart. We'll put the 4 back tires on later. I had trouble getting the beads to seat on these front ones because they were stacked on their sides. So I just wedged some stuff in between the inner sidewalls of these tires to help, kind of help space them out. They've been like that for almost 24 hours, so that'll help. We'll mount those 4 on the back, and we'll be ready to go. I even evacuated and recharged the AC system. It was a little bit low, but not completely empty, so maybe we just got a small leak somewhere. The temperature blend door was broken in the hot position. So I've got a valve ordered for the heater core hose, but in the meantime, I just bypassed the heater core. And that way we've got nice cold AC. Oh yeah, it's nice and cold. Sweet. So what I'll do is I'll just put a valve on the heater core hose so I can open and close it depending on the temperature. But there we go. All our vitals look good. Temperature's coming up a little bit. Sweet. Looking good. Well, it doesn't take much to lift the floating axle up. There's hardly any weight on it. It's interesting because as you raise this up, you can see the axles move independently of each other. But I've noticed that most of the weight appears to be on this axle here, and there's hardly anything on the back one. So we'll start with those two back tires. And here she is with 6 brand new, freshly balanced tires. I set these very back ones here at 20 PSI because I hardly have any weight on them. And I got these at about 25. I could probably go a little bit more, but I mean, they're kind of squatting just about the same as the fronts are, maybe a little bit more, but I'm just going to try to smooth out the ride because it is quite a stiff ride having 2 axles back here. So let's take her for a drive and see how she goes. Well, I gotta say, I'm really happy with the way she drives. The new tires and balancing them actually did make a big difference. I think the lower PSI in the rears helped as well. And it drives great. Got that brake caliper replaced. That was sticking. I had a sticking left front brake caliper, so I put a new one on there, and that's all good now. And man, this truck drives nice. It really drives a lot better than it did with the old tires on it. So there we go. Now it's finally roadworthy and drivable, and everything's all finally done. Now we just got to make some more videos with it like I originally intended. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time with more videos of this.